What up, my peeps? In today's video, I'm gonna show you my top 20 favorite psychology hacks you can use to market, sell, and ultimately get more customers. Now, obviously, there's always some skepticism when talking about this, and to clear the air, no, I'm not saying that you should use these psychology hacks to be a con man or scam people into buying your stuff. No, don't do that. These are hacks that I am only allowing you to use after you have already created a valuable product or service that you are so passionate about because of how it improves lives, helps others, and solves problems. So going off of that, let's start with the first one. Psychology hack number 1 to get more customers is to create an offer that doesn't just help or improve, it transforms. And you frame it as such. For example, my video marketing services don't just help with your marketing, they're here to transform it. People are more likely to buy things that can offer complete transformations. Would you rather go to a gym that is offering to help you with your weight loss or transform your body to the body of a Greek god? This taps into the psychology of people's desires for profound, meaningful change rather than incremental improvements, which also increases its perceived value. Psychology hack number 2 to get more customers is to get an enemy that your clients can rally behind. Humans love drama, so you can use this to your advantage by using the more powerful emotion of hate to persuade your audience. Ever notice how all the news outlets exploit this over and over again? Hate gets way more attention than love, so use this to find an enemy. For example, my enemy is traditional marketing strategies. I freaking hate them. They take too much of your time and energy without giving you a phenomenal return on investment. Video marketing is 1,000 times better in every way and absolutely dominates when it comes to marketing. So find something to hate. Find an enemy your clients can rally behind, and that will use psychology to help them to buy. Psychology hack number 3 to get more customers is to use scarcity and urgency. This is why Black Friday is so successful. Humans place a higher value on things that are scarce or perceived to be in limited supply. Scarcity triggers a fear of missing out, compelling people to act quickly to buy when it's in short supply before it's gone. So if your customers are on the edge, you can use limited time offers to help give them the final push that they need to buy. Now, obviously, this can be taken too far if you don't give your customers any time to process the decision. So don't say things like, you can only get this awesome deal if you buy within the next 3 seconds. Usually giving your customers a few hours, all the way up to a day or so to decide is where the sweet spot is at. Psychology hack number 4 to get more customers is using price anchors. Price anchoring is showing an original price and then showing the new price. You can do this in a few different ways. One way is by showing a competitor's price and then showing your more reasonable price. Another way is by showing the price of the most expensive thing that you sell and then showing the most popular thing that you sell so that it looks more affordable by comparison. Another way is showing the value of what the price would be, but then offering a certain discount. Psychologically, what this does is, as humans, we rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive, the anchor, when making decisions. In pricing, when customers see a high initial price, the anchor, any lower prices shown after that feel more reasonable, even if they're higher than what the customer originally intended to spend. If a high quality product is initially shown at a high price and then the price is lowered, the high initial price serves as a reference point, making the lower price seem like a great deal for the same level of quality. Psychology hack number 5 to get more customers is using bonuses. Bonuses are a great way to add extra value to your original offer. From the buyer's perspective, these bonuses make a deal seem a lot more valuable as they're getting more for their money. This increased perceived value can make the difference between a customer deciding to purchase or pass. Bonuses use the psychological principle of reciprocity, which is a social norm where if someone does something for you, you naturally want to return the favor. If two companies are offering the exact same thing, but one of the companies has an added bonus, you're probably going to go for that one. Psychology hack number 6 to get more customers is to use guarantees in your offer. Psychologically, the better guarantee you have, the less perceived risk the customer feels. And if you're able to eliminate the risk that they feel and replace that with trust, they will end up making a purchase. Guarantees mitigate these fears by assuring customers that they can get their money back or have the product replaced, or that you'll continue to work for free if they're not satisfied. This security makes their decision to purchase way easier. Guarantees can add to the perceived value of a product or service. When customers see that a company offers an amazing guarantee, they often perceive that offer as more valuable because it comes with less risk. This perception of added value without any actual change in the product or service can make the offer more appealing and provides psychological comfort and reassurance to customers. Psychology hack number 7 to get more customers is to show before and after comparisons. Before and after comparisons provide evidence of the effectiveness of your product or service, reducing skepticism and increasing trust. Humans are super visual creatures, and seeing concrete evidence of improvement or transformation is a lot more convincing than reading about it. This visual proof ties in directly to our brain's preference for tangible, observable results. This also creates an emotional connection when we look at the after and think, I want that. Because if we identify with the before state and then we desire the after state, we're more motivated to take action to achieve similar results. This also taps into the contrast effect, and psychologically, we are much more likely to buy something when we see the results of what it did for someone else compared to where they were before. Psychology hack number 8 to get more customers is storytelling, because it uses human nature's intrinsic love for stories. Stories are not only emotional, but they're also memorable, and our brains go nuts for stuff like that. As humans, we are hardwired to remember stories more than facts or data. Stories simplify complex ideas, making them easier for customers to understand and relate to. Stories also help customers to be able to relate to the humans behind the brand, making it feel more like a natural connection to something living and breathing. I'm thinking about making a whole YouTube video on just storytelling, so let me know if you'd like something like that. Psychology hack number 9 to get more customers is using simplification. Our brains have this thing called decision paralysis, where when we're presented with too many decisions, we freeze up and don't know what to do. So to help with this, simplify by creating 2 or 3 options for your client or customer to choose from, making the process simple and frictionless. When you simplify how many options you have, it makes the differences between them clear, and it helps the customers make decisions more confidently and quickly. By focusing on making every aspect of the customer journey as easy and clear as possible, you can reduce decision fatigue, improve the satisfaction of your customers, and ultimately drive sales. Psychology hack number 10 to get more customers is to use loyalty programs, which reward people for repeating purchases, create a sense of belonging, and kind of gamify the system, which triggers our psychological love for achievement and progress. Consider giving a discount for monthly retainers or subscriptions, or create a tiered reward system, and not only will you increase the lifetime value of your customers, but they will also enjoy the status and achievement that they get in the process. Psychology hack number 11 to get more customers is to have testimonials. 9 out of 10 customers trust what someone else says about a business more than what the business itself says. It's sad, but it's true. Testimonials influence potential customers' perceptions and decisions because psychologically, humans tend to trust recommendations over advertisements because they see them as less biased and more genuine. Testimonials also reduce perceived risk, and humans are more likely to relate to the stories of other humans who have been in a similar situation as them or had a similar problem. As humans, we also have a natural tendency to conform to group behavior, and when we see a lot of people doing something or buying a certain thing, we're more likely to choose it for ourselves. Psychology hack number 12 to get more customers is to use results-based thinking instead of features, because it shifts your thinking from what the product or service is to what it can do for you, which matches up with our psychological desire for solutions and outcomes. Humans buy with their emotions over logic every single time, and results-based thinking puts us in that emotional state necessary to buy. So don't sell the flight, sell the vacation. When Steve Jobs released the iPod, he didn't say the iPod, a 5GB MP3 player. He said the iPod, 1,000 songs in your pocket. With my video production company, I don't sell videos. I sell qualified leads. I sell increased trust to your future customers. I sell quality. I sell recovered time. So remember, you don't necessarily sell your product or service, you sell the results that solve problems. Psychology hack number 13 to get more customers is to lean out and don't be pushy. Tell yourself that you don't need the sale. When you are calm and lean back, your prospect will start to lean in. If clients ask me, why should I choose you? Or what makes you the best? I just say something like, well, I'm not even sure that you should choose me. There may be a better option for you out there. And if there is, I want you to do what's best for you because I care about you more than the sale. This uses several psychological principles like reciprocity, showing the customer that you genuinely care about them, which gives them a subconscious obligation to return the favor, potentially by giving your offer more consideration or referring you to other people. It also builds trust and credibility, reducing the chances that your prospects will come across as defensive and skeptical, and it opens them up more to what you have to say. And it makes them feel like they're in control of their own buying decisions. And when customers feel like they're choosing for themselves instead of being coerced, they're more likely to feel good about the decision. Psychology hack number 14 to get more customers is to implement upsells and to start with a low ticket offer. When you start with a low ticket offer, it makes it easier for customers to make an initial purchase, which is a small commitment. Once customers have agreed to this first commitment, it's way easier for them to agree to higher upsells, which is due to what's called psychological consistency. As humans, once we've already spent money, once our credit card is already out, it's easier for us to continue buying. This also ties into the sunk cost fallacy, which means that after making an initial purchase, customers might feel that they've already invested in the product or service and that they should maximize their investment by taking advantage of additional offers. And finally, our trust and interest in a brand is is able to grow once we've bought something small and seen the value from it. It's like we think, okay, I'm getting value from this company, so I'm going to keep buying. This psychological hack not only increases customer lifetime value, but also enhances their satisfaction by providing them with products or services that meet their evolving needs. Psychology hack number 15 to get more customers is to use loss aversion, which is basically a concept that says that our fear of loss is more powerful than our desire to get more. When you can explain to your prospect what they stand to lose by not going with you or not buying your stuff, it creates a psychological reaction that tells them that failing to act now will result in missing out on an opportunity. And the fear of losing a good deal can lead to quicker decision making. If your customer knows that they're going to miss out on money, time, convenience, or quality, it may give them the motivation needed to take the risk to buy. Now, obviously, as with any of these principles, you want to do this tactfully and ethically, making sure that you're not manipulating them in a way that feels deceptive or creates too much pressure. But if your product or service can really help them and be a valuable investment, this hack can benefit them in the long run. Psychology hack number 16 to get more customers is to use the bandwagon effect, which basically means showing them that everyone else is doing it. Now, this might be controversial to say, but I think peer pressure is only a bad thing if your peers are pressuring you to do a bad thing. If your friends and family are saying, hey, we all use toilet paper, maybe you should too, there's nothing wrong with that. A great example of this is showing my future clients and saying, hey, every single one of my clients is seeing ROIs in their investment with me. If anything, that eases their concerns and lets them know that they wouldn't be crazy to invest in my video marketing services because it actually works. Using testimonials, reviews, showing past clients you've worked with, and having an affiliate program are all ways of using the bandwagon effect to show your customers that there is a much smaller risk when buying than they originally thought. Having genuine reviews, authentic endorsements, and true representations of the popularity and effectiveness of what you're offering are key in using the bandwagon effect successfully. Psychology hack number 17 to get more customers is to have multiple touch points between the customer and your business. Studies show that it takes an average of 8 touch points between a company and a customer before a sale is made. A touch point is a point of contact between a person and the business. This could be videos watched, phone calls made, emails read, advertisements seen, or conversations had before they feel trusting enough to make the purchase. Now, obviously, this number can significantly go down if their trust level is already high in your company due to word of mouth or something like that. But psychologically, the more someone interacts with a brand, the more likely they are to become a customer. This is why it's so important to have multiple social media videos, educational videos on your website, retargeting ads, and email campaigns, because with each touch point they have, their perceived likelihood of risk goes down and their trust goes up. Psychology hack number 18 to get more customers is to use positive labels, which is complimenting someone on the traits that would make them more likely to make the purchase. So for example, saying something like, I see that you're willing to take financial risks to achieve your goals. Or as a calculated risk taker, you know the value of investing in areas with potential for high returns like video marketing. Psychologically, we are more likely to act in ways that are consistent with our self-image or the way that others view us. When you assign a positive label to someone, they're more likely to embrace it and behave in a manner that aligns with that label. If you're selling weight loss or physical training, you could label someone as being health conscious. Calling someone a future industry leader can make them more open to opportunities for growth and learning. Psychology hack number 19 to get more customers is to have free trials or samples. This not only triggers reciprocity, but it also shows the person what value they will be missing out on if they don't purchase the product or service. For example, my wife has a certain water bottle, and once I personally saw how cool it was, that it had a nice rubber handle and a straw, and it was big enough to have all the water that I needed to drink in a day, I was sold. This also taps into the psychological principle of consistency, where once people take an initial step, like signing up for a free trial, they're more likely to behave in a way that is consistent with their initial action. Psychology hack number 20 to get more customers is to care more about the customer than the sale. This is by far the most important hack, and it should be the thing that you should do before implementing any of the other hacks that I've mentioned. But if you can create a real relationship with a customer built on trust and value rather than just a monetary transaction, that is the most powerful way to not only grow a business, but also do it in a way that's ethical and responsible. Customers who feel cared for are not just more likely to make repeat purchases, they're also more likely to explore a wider range of products or services offered by the brand, which increases their lifetime value and creates a win-win situation. It also creates raving fans who are able to promote your company through word of mouth, which is the most powerful form of marketing. So if you can't already tell, I am obsessed with business and marketing, and I've found that the best bang for your buck when it comes to marketing is using high-quality videos. If you're interested in learning more about video marketing, you can check out my free video marketing masterclass with the link below below in the description. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.